People often ask me how to turn grey white hair to black. Now we went from gold color to jet black without using any form of harsh chemicals. So let me show you how I did this. We went from 1 to 2 to 3. Okay, if you are a Yoruba, then you should know this popular Ewelali. And if you are Hausa too, then you should be familiar to these henna leaves. So the first thing we are going to be using is the henna leaves, because the henna leaves will help us to get to up to where we are, not to where we are going to, but halfway. So this is after I had blended, or after I had sun dried and blended the henna leaves. And now I'm going to be adding this like one lemon, just to make sure that the dye infused on time. So now the lemon is not actually like compulsory, but it is very necessary to speed in the process. Now this lemon will help us to activate the dye very fast. It's going to save us a lot of time. And so this is me mixing the henna. So make sure you go gradually with the water. Don't over. Why will I put it? Don't turn your water to your henna powder rather to River Niger. So just go gradually, bit by bit, and get so that you get the right consistency. So you just continue to stir and stir. And this is after I have completely stirred it, and I'm going to keep this aside so that the dye can infuse for 24 hours. So this is after 24 hours. So nobody, I didn't know that it is quite dark, and I will have done better. But sorry, but this is after 24 hours. Now I want to start applying the henna paste. So the first thing you're going to do, of course, is to section the hair, put the hair into workable section, and start to apply your henna straight up. It is high time we start trying to use, we stop using harsh chemicals on our hair. The less synthetic you go with your hair or your beauty hacks, then the better for you. Actually, it's not everything that are synthetic that are bad, but I believe that the natural, the better. So this henna application would not do any harm to the hair. Of course, when used correctly, some people go ahead to use henna over and over again, like every week, and they end up with protein overload. So, just you just need to know when and how to use even natural herbs and use them correctly so that you won't go wrong. So this is me applying the henna paste. I am concentrating more in the middle of the hair or in the crown area, because that is where we have a lot of gray hairs. Like there are a lot of gray hairs there, and so I am trying to like cover that place properly so that so that there won't be any leftover gray hair. So we want everything to blend equally, and that is what we're doing. So you focus more on the white hair. I noticed that the henna paste got thicker, so I would have added more water. Like the henna paste just soaked the water completely, but that's fine. So just make sure you eyeball the water that you're going to use, and if it is too thick, then you go with a bit of water again. It's better that it is thick than for it to be runny, and especially if you don't have any leftover hennas, then you'll be stuck. So don't mind those boys. Those are my sons trying to distract me. So I was just trying to get done with the hair so that I would then attend to them. So of course, after you apply the henna paste, then you cover the air with a polythene bag, a shower cap, a processing cap, whatever you have. And now, when the air is processing, no, like now that the henna is on our head, the next thing I want to do is to mix the indigo powder. Now, now that we have dyed our hair halfway, the next thing to do is to mix the indigo powder and let the indigo powder infuse. And that is what I am doing. Now, you might want to ask if it will work if you use the indigo powder straight up without applying the henna first. Anyway, I don't know, but I don't think it will work because I have not tried that before, and I have not seen anyone like just go straight up with the indigo. So, but if you had done that before and it worked for you, like using the indigo straight up without having to apply the henna, please drop it, or like let me know in the comment section. At least we are learning, so that I will relearn and unlearn too. But what I am familiar with is that we have to dye the hair with henna first to give us a kind of a golden orange tint before we go ahead to apply the indigo. So mix your indigo, and yes, I went overboard with the water. I did River Niger and I am adding more. So this is the henna here by my right, and this is the indigo. You can see that there are two different colors entirely. Please note that the indigo powder is also natural. It is not a chemical. It is not a synthetic dye. It is a leaf that was powdered, that was also sun-dried or dehydrated and powdered. But unfortunately, we don't have that close by. And just look at this, look at this. Look at that purple dye that it's infused. Oh, sorry to say, don't mind me. I forgot to tell you that you will leave the indigo just for a few minutes. This one, the indigo tends to like release its natural dye very fast, and you will know that the indigo is ready as soon as you see that purple color. So now I am going to start after I had washed the henna. This is after I had washed the henna. You can see that the white part of the hair has turned gold, and that is what the henna does. So I will start applying the indigo immediately. So you're washing the henna with your shampoo, and that is why I would prefer to go through this process before on a dirty hair, like before washing the hair, so that you will not continue to wash a clean hair and strip the hair of its moisture. Use a sulfate-free shampoo, and that is more preferred. And so now I am applying the indigo, and I would focus more on the part that is now golden. Don't forget that we focused more on that part too when it was white, and now that the part is also golden, we are going to focus more on that part so that the hair would come out dark, like dark, equally dark, jet black. And that is what we are doing now. So after applying the indigo paste, I am going to cover the hair again and let it sit for 1 hour. And this is after I had washed the indigo powder out of the hair. This is the final result. Now the hair went from white to gold and then black. This is it. So with this, we have come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching.